participated in was an anger management group for teens. It was a treatment group given at Renew Counseling Center here in Fayetteville. Even though I am not a teen, I did not have any part in facilitating the group. Rather, I tried to act like a participant. The group has 6 purposes that consist of support, education, growth, therapy, socialization, and self-help. The group comprised the 8 to 10 teens on a regular basis. During the first group we had, everyone had to tell why they were there. There was a common factor in the stories that I heard. A lot of the teens there were sad, they needed help in some kind of way, and they really did just feel alone in life. When I first got into the group, I really stereotyped the teens that were there because I assumed that they were just there being angry because their parents wouldn't let them go anywhere, or they were mad because of drama at school. But after the first meeting, I really realized I was wrong about those stereotypes. And part of me forgot how it felt to be a teen. Especially in today's society, it's even more difficult because of how much social media affects us. And everybody was given a book. We worked out of anger management for substance abuse and mental health clients made by SAMHSA. It's actually a 12-week course. I was able to attend 4 of the courses. It was the first 4 that I had went to on the Saturdays. The group seemed to have really good communication. There was one particular female who didn't want to be there, and she made that very clear to the rest of the group. She said her mom was making her come and she had better things to do with her Saturdays than be in the group. Unfortunately, over all 4 sessions, she never opened up. She did participate when she was called upon, but she never really interacted with many people, so I don't think she got much out of the group because she didn't want to be there from the beginning. Positive factors is that everybody would tell their own experience, and then others would jump in and express their views of it. Some of the stories I did find comical because it was teens getting angry over petty stuff. Someone posted on Facebook this, someone said this about me, things that really didn't matter, but I kept reminding myself how I thought when I was their age, and honestly, it's probably the same things they were going through. Second session of class, because it talked about triggers and cues, we learned that people get angry because when they don't value the same values and beliefs that you have, you want to get angry over it. Either way, I tried to join in with my own experience, and I know with me, one of my triggers is someone being late to something. Being in the military, we're not allowed to be late to anything. We really get in trouble for it. So I personally value people being on time, and I try to leave early for things. So when others aren't on time, it really makes me angered about it. She did a really good job. She would round robin most of the questions. I liked it because everybody did have to speak and have to participate within the class. After somebody would speak, and if she could pull a question out of it, she would, and she would present more questions. It was really good group conversation because everybody was able to express their own views. The facilitator did a really good job of letting everyone know that she was in charge, she was there to teach, but yet she let the group run itself. So for example, if there started to be a side conversation about something, she would kind of reel it back in and make it into a group discussion, but she would let the group take it over and ask questions and talk to one another about what was going on throughout the sessions, because I got to learn a lot about anger and how it applies to myself. Everybody gets angry in life. The teens just made it more realistic of how much you grow throughout life, and I'm thankful for that growth. And to say, I don't get angry over this petty stuff, but I do understand it. I was there, I have done that before. I professionally grew throughout the class was always reminding myself of, okay, no, I'm not that age, but I have been that age, so don't forget that. And I think it's really easy for people to judge others because they are younger age, and they're like, oh, they think that way because they're this age. But I kept reminding myself, well, I probably used to think that way too. So it makes me become more aware of where I've been. And I think it will help me in the future be able to relate to my clients better, because I can say, okay, yes, I do understand where they're coming from, and not sit there and try to judge them. Management class did a lot of help for the teens who participated, because they really could see that others were going through the same thing as them. And that's one of the biggest connections you can have in life, is saying, okay, I'm going through that too. Let's sit here and talk about it. So I really think that they should have more anger management classes for teens in that age group, because it's a really hard time in life when you're going through middle school and through high school and just having to deal with everything going on in life.